Okay, so I'd like to review some post-cleanse things today. We're gonna go over 3 do's and 3 don'ts post-cleanse. Let's start with the don'ts, because I believe on ending on a positive. So don't. What you're not gonna do is you are not going to celebrate the end of your cleanse tonight by going out for steak and chocolate lava cake and wine. No, no. We are going to slowly ease back in to our regular eating patterns and all of the variety of things that we like. We could have a diet on just Kitchari and be just fine, but something tells me we might be a little bit bored of that. So life is about variety. Ayurveda is about variety. We need all the tastes. We need the full enjoyment of our food, which Kitchari was for me anyways. I enjoyed the heck out of my Kitchari cleanse. But we're not going to start and kick it all the way up to high gear and eating all of the heavy, sweety, salty, alcoholic things that we may have been having before. So some things to stay away from right after the cleanse. Alcohol, lots of heavy meats. We're going to stay away from extra sugars. We're going to stay away from yogurty things and ice creamy things and anything that's too raw and too cold. We just pampered our Agni, our digestive fire, for 3 days. And so now we got to make it nice. We got to make a nice transition. So that's don'ts number 1. Don't overindulge now just because you're done with the cleanse. Okay? Okay. Number 2 is don't go back to the mindless way that we may have been before. So we have our mind now that's connected to what we have been seeing, doing. We've been taking a slower pace with things. We've been thinking twice before we grab something or do something. So we're not going to go back to just mindless. We're not just going to flip a switch and say, hey, Kitchari cleanse, done. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to be mindless. And the third thing is we are not going to eat when we're not hungry. That's going to be difficult, but it's actually going to be pretty easy for you now because you know what real hunger feels like. And I promise, I know you. I don't think you were mindlessly snacking on Kitchari. If you were, you can raise your hand. You can tell me. That's totally cool. I don't judge, but I'm curious if anybody was mindlessly, Shelly, you're mindlessly snacking on Kitchari. That's awesome. As hey, during the cleanse, as much Kitchari as you can get into your body, but you are fully aware of what that Kitchari is and what that Kitchari is going to do for you. And we're not going mindlessly grabbing other things. So we're not going to eat when we're not hungry. We're going to wait for that burn of Agni to signal, hungry, done digesting, I'm ready for more. Okay, so the 3 things that are don'ts, we're not going to overindulge right away is number 1. Number 2, we are not going to mindlessly just start back to our old habits, old reactions, old grabbiness for food. And number 3 is we're not going to eat when we're not hungry to start out. Life is long, right? We're going to ebb and flow. We're going to slip back. We're going to make mistakes. Of course we are. You can count on it. Count on it. But for this bridge, for this next few days, I would say 3 to 4 days, be extra mindful still that you're still connected to that Kitchari cleanse, kind of like a cord. Kitchari cleanse is a wagon, and you got the handle. And this is the handle part, okay? So we're going to be real easy with ourselves. Okay, let's go to the 3 do's. Okay. Do ease back in. We are going to ease back in. You can still keep making Kitchari. You can take the recipe, chop it in half, and make a half batch and have it as a side for some of your dishes. You can make a Kitchari burrito if you want to. Put it in a tortilla, roll it up, put some sriracha on it. It could be kind of nice with some crispy fennel bulb on it or crispy cucumber. So nice, yummy. You're introducing a little bit of the flour in that tortilla, or even the corn if you have a corn tortilla. Introducing some different spices, but the majority is your Kitchari. So have the Kitchari as, still as part of it. Or if you're, wanting a different taste, you can do a rice bowl with veggies. Maybe the sauce is a little different, like a teriyaki sauce or a ginger garlic sauce or something that's good for your dosha, right? But you still have the rice and you still have the vegetables. You're going to start slowly introducing things. Maybe you have a little bit of bread, not a sub sandwich on half of the loaf with the thing in the meat. We're not going to do that. It's too much bread. Agni's gonna be like, oh, that's no good. It'd be like if we just spent a day at the spa, like pampering ourselves, and then after that, you went to go do one of those mud runs, right? You know, those crazy mud runs, people running and then do anything. No, we don't do that part. We be kind after. So a little bit of bread or maybe a little bit of pasta to introduce some things. Maybe your common thread between your dishes is some of the Indian spices. Maybe it's eating some fennel after your meal and chewing that up to help digestion. So whatever it is, ease back in and make a bridge. Even like a soup with a piece of bread. That's nice easing back in. It's going to taste different. It's going to taste extra good. You have a little bit of bread, or you could have a ricey soup. You get my drift? Follow? Everybody raise your hand who follow. Okay. Everybody raising your little hand. Tracy, woohoo! Okay, everybody's raising their hands. Yay! All right. So the second thing is we are going to keep our mind in it. We're going to keep our mind in this. Not automatic reactions, not grabbing for stuff. Let's stay fully aware as much as we can. We have had a huge aid in protecting and enhancing our mind and the qualities of our mind and how pure our mind is. So let's keep that as long as possible. Okay. And how are we going to do that? Number 3, we're still going to have fruit as snacks. We're still going to have vegetables as part of every meal. That is part of this whole way of Ayurvedic eating, which is just eating with Ayurvedic knowledge, right? We're eating the same foods, but it's eating with pure awareness, pure mindfulness, and knowing, dang, when I did that Kitchari cleanse and I just had fruit for a snack only when I was hungry, I felt so good. I felt alive. I felt like flexible. I felt like I could make smart decisions. I felt focused. I felt like I wasn't knee-jerk reactioning to things, right? So we are going to keep that too. So the 3 do's are ease back in, keep your mind in it, and continue the fruits and vegetables, right? And as a bonus, overarching bonus for all of this, you can make Kitchari anytime. We have it. We've got the recipe. We've got all the stuff. We can make Kitchari anytime we feel like we need a reset. And if you need a real discipline, do it again for 3 days or 2 days. Sometimes you just need 1 day. Whatever you need to feel this feeling of like optimal, right? We want to feel optimal and vibrant. And sometimes it even takes a little more than 3 days. So whatever you need to do, you've got this as a tool now, and we can use Kitchari for forever as an amazing help for us so that we can live our lives and be our best selves.